And welcome back to this week's Who Would Win. And this week we have the Demon-born Mazuku at the lead of New York. We got Yusuke Urameshi versus Naruto. I'm not going to even bother with the pretenses this time. Now this is one that I'm like, who can I pit Naruto against? Because I can't pit him against. One of the popular ones to pit him against either Luffy or Luffy from One Piece or Ichigo from Bleach. But those series aren't done yet. Those series are still going, so I don't know the full extent of their capabilities. I still don't know the full extent of Kenpachi. I probably should have waited for that when I did hit that versus Bui, and I might use him again in a different fight. Even then, I'd still probably give it to Kenpachi. I still gave it to Kenpachi. Regardless, so I'm just like, who can I put him against? I don't know. I've seen people like Aang, no. Natsu, no. That series isn't even done yet. I'm like, oh wait, Yusuke's not, and he's got a demon. He's demon-born. All right, Yusuke works. So yeah, that's the one I went with. Now, we'll start with Yusuke. Now, Yusuke Urameshi, I can find an exact number for his height and weight, but he doesn't look like an extremely tall, but not an extremely short individual. I'd put him probably like about 5'8"-ish. Probably like a good 135, 140. Now, he's a fighter. He's a street fighter. He's a kid. He loves fight. He desires fighting. He's a genius level fighter, but not the smartest in terms of anything else. Not a fan of killing, though. That's one thing Yusuke is not really big on. He's got stamina to run literally for 3 to 5 days without tiring, and fought Yomi straight for 20 hours. His strength, he's strong enough to move boulders. He literally can punch just using a third of his strength so hard that he creates a shockwave. Fast enough to disappear in a blink of an eye. Loves to use hand-to-hand combat, prefers hand-to-hand combat. Does not always think his moves through, though, like when he did with Kuwabara, fired at Sensui. Just like, take this! Like, did you forget that Kuwabara's there? I was mad! He's easily angered. His anger does definitely hinder him a little bit. Likes to jump back and fire when he's using his ranged attacks. Instinctual fighter. You usually adapt to a fight. Mixed martial arts practitioner. Street fighter, headbutt. Wait a minute, did I write that really? Oh, his head. He's strong. Like he has a headbutt that can actually break stone. In terms of his technique, he's got a spear gun trademark technique, but by the end of the series, was strong enough to be the strength of a nuclear level explosion, an atomic blast, more or less, minus the radiation. So he also has the shotgun, which is a weaker version, but it's a spray effect, which has multiple blasts. He also has the Spirit Wave, which can be used for healing and kind of be used as a kind of a wave technique a little bit. He can mix demon energy with his spiritual energy, that's right. He can mix his spirit energy with his demon energy, and he may even access the sacred energy to create like a whole new form. We're not going with that though, and be even far stronger than even what we saw with Sensui. And then there's his Mazuku form, which when he first accessed it, made him just, as he puts, like, I must look like I've been playing with an electric socket. And like, he's just got the long, messy hair and tattoos. When he actually accesses it later on in the tournament, he's more sinewy. His muscles are more pronounced. He's got the fangs, but he's mostly just got the tattoos. His hair didn't grow. But his strength is increased. His strength, physical ability, spiritual energy, all that's increased even further. So that's Yusuke. Yusuke has actually got a fairly low-key arsenal in comparison to our next competitor, Naruto Uzumaki, who we do actually have height for. Now, he stands at 100. Now, when I'm using Naruto, I had to figure out which version of Naruto I was using. And I figured I'm not using Boruto Naruto, that Naruto. Because I feel like that Naruto's actually weakened a bit. He doesn't access as much of he doesn't like use the chakras from as far as I could tell. I didn't actually see Boruto the last movie, so I could be wrong. But he doesn't use the energy, like the chakras from the tail beast that he had, as far as I can remember before. He doesn't also take the big old Omega forms like he did back then. Not to say he couldn't, we just didn't see him use it. That's why I can't say he uses that. Also, the QB even makes a mention that he hasn't fought in God knows how long, so he's possibly actually has weakened since the Shinobi War. But yeah, I'm using Naruto right near the end of basically the series. So he's bold, loud, characteristic, responds very well to competition, but he's also a very quick, on-his-feet thinker, can make up strategies in the heat of battle, and can be focused when he needs to be. That being said, he also has a bit of a temper, but he's able to actually rein it in a bit better than I would say Yusuke is. If I were to actually compare the two in terms of their temper, Yusuke definitely lets his get the better of him more than Naruto does, because Naruto is trained as a ninja. He's trained as an assassin, and he has less qualms about killing than Yusuke does. Just on his own, his chakra is off the charts. He can do one-handed seals. He can use tail beast chakra, enhanced strength and durability, heightened healing, expert hand-to-hand combat without chakra at all. Hold on, puppy. You want the stick? One second. Let me get the stick. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get this. Let go. I can't give you this. Fine. Take the stick. Or take the stick. I was trying to get the stick, but you were taking the stick away from me. I was like, no, this is my stick. Going in this corner and eating my stick. Just mine. She's just crawling behind this TV we have back here, and just like, no, my stick. She's adorable, actually. It's like, this is my stick. My stick. Come on, give me the stick. Give me the stick. There we go. Give me the stick. Domino. I'm doing a video. Come on, pup. There you go. Freedom. Yay. Anyway, sorry about that. And now for something completely different. So anyway, now when we go on to all his techniques, the list is off the charts to all the jutsu he actually knows. But a lot of the core ones are the Shadow Clone, Substitution, the Rasengans, and all the variety, which I'll get to that. There's so many freaking versions of that. He actually doesn't know many Winjutsu outside of like the Rasen Shuriken and all that. But he's also uses the Sage arts, which is, using natural-based chakra, which heightens all his physical abilities, lets him sense things, heighten abilities. The Frog Katas, which is a technique he learned, which, basically it's energy around your body, so opponent could dodge you, but they'll still be hit by the energy. You end up breaking one of Pain's body's necks that way. And then we got to go into he's a tactical learner and a very observant. But then we go into all the Rasengans. Oh, man. Okay, so you got the normal Rasengan, ball, very powerful. Then you got the Rasen Shuriken, immensely powerful wind-based technique that hurts on a cellular level. Then you have the planet, when he got access to Kyuubi chakra, he's got the planetary Rasengan, which is a big one with small ones that does this like combination rotation ability. Magnet release, which is basically what to use for. It's a ceiling-based Rasengan. He's got ink release, he's got acid release, boil release, lava release, water release, fire release, sand release. Probably also has lightning and all. He's basically got access to all the chakras, more or less. So he can do a whole bunch of Rasengans in that form, and he did so. He can also make a giant freaking mountain-sized Rasengan and use that. He's very, very powerful in that regard. And let's also not forget the Kyuubi chakra, which lets him access the power of the Kyuubi, which is the nine-tailed demon fox, the strongest of all the 9 demons, the tailed beasts. And when using those, you can use the Kyuubi's, not truth-seeking balls, which is where are on his back, the tail beast ball, that was it, and which is powerful enough to destroy level mountains. Easy. He's not only that, he can fuse. He can create 2 shotguns, have them go into a Kyuubi form, fuse them together, along with Sage Mode, and have a 4-armed, 2-headed Kyuubi with giant freaking red shurikens going on. That's just a freaking OP powerhouse of what the hell. So maybe then Sasuke was still like you're right on par with him. So that was an epic fight near the end there. The series I thought ended pretty well. At least I thought so. So, yeah, that's not. Now, Naruto's still human. He's been on death's door many times. He's nearly died a couple times. In fact, you can even say he died technically in one of the movies. But that being said, he was saved. So, he is not invincible by any stretch to me. But Yusuke is the same way. Yusuke has literally died before and come back. In fact, he's died twice in the series. Minimum. So, yeah, he's not invincible by any stretch to me either. He did not win his fight with Yomi. And Naruto barely, if you're going by a percentage, he didn't even win by 1% of 100. He won by like 0.5%. Like 0.5% of 100 chance of victory. But he did still beat Sasuke. So, how does this fight break down in a realistic sense? Well, in a realistic sense, I see this fight taking place like in the Demon or Dark tournament. This is going to be a tournament-based fight. You know, it's going to be like Team Uzumaki versus Team Urameshi. I'm sure Sasuke is going to be Sasuke. Let's see, there's like 5 people on team. That'd be actually a cool. I might try that for an actual versus at one point. Like Team Urameshi versus Team Uzumaki. So let's just say it's the same team for the Dark tournament. They do that, and it's like Naruto streams like Sasuke. Sakura, I'd put Hinata and Shikamaru on there probably because girlfriend, and Shikamaru is pretty much a close friend of his as well. His confidant, second in command more or less. So that being said, how does this fight? Well, they go up and they're probably like the last ones to go, and like let's say the score's 10. It's like, all right, we got to do this. Yeah, let's do it. Believe it and all that stuff. So they're getting ready for fight, and I don't think a death's going to take place in this fight because the realistic sense I see this fight taking place. She's just taking all the sticks now. I don't see a death happening. So because very rarely did anyone die. Well, not rarely. People died in Dark Tournament, but they didn't really kill a lot of people on the team. As far as that Roto guy died. Zero died. Actually, no, they killed a decent amount on the teams. But still, this is this is like Yusuke versus Chu. I don't see this fight ending with a death. Anyway, they get in there. Naruto has some kunai and stuff on him as well, so they're getting in there and they're getting ready to fight. And then they begin. I was like, the final round of the Dark Tournament is about to begin. Ready and commence fight. And they go at it and they fight and they start out. Now it's going to start off hand-to-hand combat. That's just going to be the way that goes. And in terms of a hand-to-hand combat match, Yusuke is a very adaptive street fighter, but Naruto actually has formal training, and he's also a unpredictable fighter. He's able to adapt on the fly just as well as Yusuke is, if not even better than Yusuke. So I think, at least initially, I think Naruto has the advantage in terms of actual tactics and actual fighting skills. So that's going to be going on. He's going to be able to... No, Yusuke's going to be able to slowly figure out how Naruto's working, so they're going to be evened out. Naruto's going to figure out that this isn't working. He's going to backtrack, summon a couple clones, probably like 5 to 6 clones. Hold on. Sorry, there's a broken... yes, we have broken stuff here. Go get it. Yeah, I'll just end up having to bring this back to the fireplace later. So Naruto's going to probably backtrack, Shadow Clone Jutsu, just to gain some distance to figure out something, maybe strategize a bit. And there's going to be like 10 Narutos, let's say. And they go in, and they're fighting. Yusuke is going in, and he's now having some trouble. It's like, screw this. Shotgun! And they all go boop, 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 boop. All the while Naruto's coming in with a Rasengan. Rasengan! Alright, I can't do a Naruto. Rasengan! Whatever. And Yusuke barely manages to avoid it, but he still gets nicked and goes swirling back a little bit. Whoa! It's like, oh man, that's a tough thing to get there. I'm not done yet! And then he goes into Sage mode. It's like, no, I had this. You got the Rasengan going, which is 2 Rasengans at once. It's like, here we go. Then Spirit Wave pushes him back. Whoa! It's like, my turn. Spirit Gun! Boom! Naruto gets caught up in that. It's like, oh crap! Ah! So now the ring's pretty... At this point, I'm assuming the ring's probably going to be gone at this point, because that's a lot of energy just from one Spirit Gun, especially if we're talking about a Yusuke level Spirit Gun at kind of a close range like that. Now, Naruto's going to be fine. The ring's going to be gone, so I'm thinking, like, you know what? Screw or Naruto, that was a Shadow Clone. I can see that as well. Naruto's just like, ah. No, and then he hears the screeching, or whatever the sound of the name is. Rasen Shuriken! Wind style, or whatever. Rasen Shuriken. That goes down. Yusuke's like, oh crap! Spirit Gun! And then, boom! Massive explosion. So now they're down. Well, now they're not down. Now they're just pieces of the ring are going off. It's like, and they're just like, you're pretty good. It's like, you're pretty strong as well. This is fun. And it's like, then they see that the ring's kind of, it's like, and they both have a look like, you think what I'm thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking what you're thinking. They both get something. They just blow up. They're like, where are you going? Jury's there. Actually, no. Let's go. Let's go. It'd be Kodo, the fox chick. Or cat chick, kind of. So, yeah, I think that would be, I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, the ring's kind of become cumbersome. We're not going to bother with that. Like, but all right, I guess. seeing as both opponents have agreed not to fight in the ring. Not to use a ring in this fight. So they continue. It goes back and forth. Naruto's able to have an advantage now because of Sage Mode, and he's been able to maintain Sage Mode for more than the 5 minutes needed now. He's learned to extend that. So he goes, knocks Yusuke back. Yusuke backtracks again, goes in, flies. He prefers the close combat. In his limit of spirit gun shots has never been truly answered now because he fired like a bunch of shots at Yomi during their fight. So it just so he's taking hits, but he's still going. They're going back and forth fighting, and Yusuke's slowly getting the edge of Naruto because the Sage Mode's slowly running out, and he's adapting to Yusuke's fighting style because that's what he does. So it's going to be back and forth. Plus, he's also a street fighter, so he knows how to fight dirty too. Probably gets him by the leg or something like that. Gets him by the throat and just boom, do. Come on, son, oh my God! And then he more or less he would probably just be smiling and just like, what? And then two shadow clones come down. It's like, yeah, boom. And just, oh crap! So they get he is able to avoid that. Now they're just squaring off because this is fun. He's like, no, I think I can fight you. I think I can fight with no restraints at all. And then he goes Mazuku. Yusuke does. So now he's Mazuku Ichigo. Yusuke, and now he's just like, yeah, let's do this, and he just quickly overwhelms Naruto because at that point he's just far above a stage Naruto. He's like, oh crap! Like, man, here I go all out. Now you can't even defend yourself properly. He's like, oh, is that how it is, huh? Well, let's try. Why don't you try this on for size? So then it's just Cloak comes up and says, oh, so you can go. So you got a mode change too. Nice. It's like, you ain't seen nothing yet. And then he goes full Kyuubi mode. It's like, woo! It's like, well, that's a thing. And then they fight again. And here's the thing. I think Kyuubi overall is stronger than Yusuke. But Yusuke has the power, basically, an atom bomb in his finger. So he's got the physical strength to probably go toe-to-toe with a Kyuubi for a while. So they're going toe-to-toe. If he takes any hits, he's definitely going to feel it. But he can definitely dish them out. So it's going to be back and forth for a while. He's about to go in, deliver the final blow on the Kyuubi's bottom, and then it's just like, by the body itself disappears. Like, what? Then Naruto blitzes, because his speed is nearly unmatched in that form. Blitzes Yusuke from behind, and then goes magnet release, which is the from the Shikaku. Tries to seal up Yusuke. It's like, oh, what? Yeah, so long. Then he just does another straw sense shuriken, blasting that. Yusuke I still think is fine because he probably avoids that with a spear gun blowing it up. They start just firing, do. Just boom, do. Blast all over the place. Naruto gets caught in one. He's down. So now they're both tired. They're tiring out now a bit. But Naruto's far from over. Or far from done. Yusuke's far from done. But they're both starting to tire. They're both starting to wear. They're both in basically their demon forms, more or less. They're both like, and then it's just like, all right, 8 more shadow clones. They all have the specialized Rasengans that they did when they fought against the rabbit lady. I can't remember her name. The main villain, the big bad of the whole Naruto universe. Kaguya. That was it, Kaguya. So yeah, you got all those. They fire and they're all doing their separate effects. Yusuke's dodging pretty much all of them. But now he's got. I would honestly think that at this point he can do not just a shotgun but a spear gun. So now he's got a spear gun in one hand, shotgun here. So he just goes, boom, which at a demon level would be very effective. Just boom, Rasengan, boom, big explosion. Yeah, now Yusuke is pretty much just tired the fuck out. Like he was with Yomi, he uses up all his demon energy now. Fortunately, Kurama's there to help him out, and Naruto is also very on the tired side as well. But so now it's just going to come down to a fight of fisticuffs and what little chakra Naruto has left. So they go, just start going fighting back and forth. And at this point, it's going to be a battle of attrition and endurance. So who's going to outlast the other one? Well, I think in terms of actual endurance match, it's going to actually be Yusuke who wins. But the thing is, I do think, like with the fight with Sasuke, Naruto would actually still have a little chakra left for maybe like a shadow clone and maybe one last Rasengan. So it comes down to, he comes in... And I see he goes blasted through like say rubble or something like that. Comes out again. They fight, and then Yusuke delivers that final boom straight to Naruto's jaw to knock him out, and then poof. And it's like, what? What? Another one? And then all of a sudden he just hears the sound, the whooshing, the whirling sound, the rustling on, the brief blue glow behind him, and he just hears, oh crap! Boom! Just splash straight in the wall. Then Yusuke goes down. So in the overall majority, I give it to Naruto because of more versatility, because he's also an endurance freak, stamina freak, because he just has a lot more variety and a secondary source of power that it can still aid him. A sentient secondary source of power that can aid him. The Kyuubi can aid him at his own will, which he would do. But if that's not the case, if Yusuke is able to manage to avoid things like that, in the scenario where Yusuke wins, which is a very plausible one, I think he just has the endurance to actually outlast Naruto, I think, because he is an S-class demon, which, figuring out how that translates into Bleach terms is one thing. Figuring out how that translates into Naruto terms is another thing entirely. I would say that the Demon Lords are probably on par with a Six Sage version of Madara and Obito, so Yusuke would very likely be on that the level of par, which they were not alone. Naruto, Sasuke, or Sakura, any of them could be on their own. So I think it's kind of evened out a bit. But point being, in the scenario where Yusuke wins, it's a scenario where Naruto does not have any energy left, which is very possible as well. I'd like to think it's more likely that he would at least have some reserves left, particularly because of Kurama. But in a scenario where that doesn't happen, Yusuke, I think, wins just because he will outlast Naruto. So if I were to give this number 60-40 in favor of Naruto, it's a close match, definitely a close match. No, I'd even go a little 55-45 in favor of Naruto, because that endurance thing is going to be, it's a battle of endurance of freaks against these guys. Yusuke's arsenal is much more limited, but he's got sheer power on his side. Naruto also has sheer power and versatility, but even his endurance, I don't think that matches Yusuke's endurance, because again, 60 hours straight, running 3 days straight. I mean, no, they do that, but he's running at full blast 3 days straight and didn't tire when they went to see Ryzen. So, yeah, and actually, one second, I just got a notification. Is this someone who's commenting? Oh, oh no, he's guy's commenting on one of my videos. I'll actually comment back on that, because it actually is specific. Here's the thing, Death Battle, for those of you who don't want, because I got this idea from doing it from Death Battle, even though I don't have the tech to obviously make an animated battle, I just like to talk about it. Has been their new season started, and they're doing fights that I've actually already done on my page. Am I giving my opinions? They did Bowser versus Ganondorf, and they gave it to Ganondorf. I actually gave it to Bowser for pure strength and a few different versatility things. They're now doing Jack and Dack versus Ratchet and Clank, which is one I've also done, which I gave it to Jack and Dack for a little versatility in the eco and the time freeze. So it's interesting to see if based on it, because I trust Screw Attack usually. They actually do a really good job at analyzing stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if I called the correct winner in this or not for the next one. But yeah, so 55-45 in favor of Naruto. But again, if you're gonna argue for Yusuke, I will not. This is one of those fights I'm not gonna judge you for arguing Yusuke's point of view. I completely see where Yusuke can win, actually. In a battle of attrition, and if Naruto really has lost all gas, Yusuke beats Naruto. But if Naruto still has some gas left in the tank, I think Naruto would end up beating Yusuke. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And if you have an idea for who would win that you would like to see me talk about, please put that in the comments below as well. I welcome any and all opinions. I welcome any and all ideas. I usually get to them. I've gotten to everyone that someone suggested. I've done Aquaman. I have done Aquaman vs. Neymar. I've done a Batman versus Magneto with prep battle, with prep time for Batman. So I've done that battle. That was a fun one to do, by the way. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for who would win, put that down. I will get to that at some point. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you folks